Wait, guys, what are we doing? Single file. Oh yeah, of course.
Do we have to play march music?
No. Who's got no?
Marching music.
This is the lamest line I've ever seen. Get it together.
Guys, single file. Sean, stop rebelling. This is the best protest I've ever been to.
Okay, yeah.
So I'd like to say, before we begin, it's a pleasure going against you again.
Always.
May the best man get money.
Then you may decide if the prosecution. Oh shit!
Yeah.
So we have to swear.
Yeah.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
Okay,
the
so
truth.
you have to call the prosecution or the defense first to swear.
I guess we'll get the prosecution.
Alright. I will go first.
If this case doesn't go the right way,
Do you swear to tell the truth,
Alright.
the whole truth, and nothing
Everybody,
but the
shut the
I
fuck
do.
up.
I mean, you're only
You
really
get
supposed to
married?
do that when the
Why are we having this? Alright, wait, who's next?
yeah, that's how it
Matt.
approach.
And then Isaac does it before right before he testifies.
I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to do it when you're going to testify.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, I don't know. So do you swear to tell the truth, the whole
Who is
truth, and
Isaac
nothing but the
testifying
truth?
for?
I do not
He's just
know.
testifying, he's just testifying the truth. None of us is talking.
Well, some
Good
of them,
enough.
someone, a lawyer has to. So is Isaac going to testify first, and then the cross-examination?
Wait,
will
no.
begin?
We
I'm
have
the
to
only
begin
witness.
with. We have to begin with the case summary.
Yeah,
You want to take that?
yeah, okay.
Silence
Okay,
is
silence, silence.
Court.
Yeah, music.
It's serious music.
Okay, silence in the court. Can you call silence in the court?
Order in the court, order in the court.
Great. Do I have to get a gavel?
Yes.
Yes,
You,
yes.
you have one, get
Just
it.
use like a ballpoint here.
Get a gavel, please.
This is a very organized event.
So,
Seriously, I'm proud of us.
Thanks. Order in the gavel. Order in the
God, that is a big ass.
okay, we are.
Just be careful at that end.
My client, Emmy Oliver, is suing Max for damages to inventory. Damages costing $8. So the damage in question is a kiwi stain that the prosecuting has claimed is due to Max's fault. So we are suing him for $8 for these damages.
No, there's no clapping.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we Max maintained that the incident in question was caused via a trap set up by your client, Emmy here. So our move here is to prove that Max was set up, the kiwi was planted there, and he was stomping on it simply it was not his fault. Yeah, an accident set up by Emmy. And I think that's it.
It's heinous. Even if I say this was some kind of accident, which it very well might be, my client had no reason, I tell you, no reason to set up Mr. Max. for
You're
this.
allowed to address the jury,
You will.
by the way.
Yes, sir.
I have undeniable evidence.
Don't point at me.
And
Don't you point at me. Don't point at me. Don't point at me.
And proof
Guilty. I say guilty.
Order in the court.
that Miss Emmy Oliver isn't just innocent, but she is a victim.
You just decided
To Max's clumsiness, his heinousness, after Miss Emmy Oliver offered to give him a ride.
I would appreciate the dialing back of attacks on
I'm
Max's
sorry.
character.
I'm tired.
I
She was doing him a favor.
I give the acting an 8 out of 10.
I'm sorry. I can't. Just.
This is, look, Joe, but you gotta recognize working on 30 seconds. It's okay.
She's assaulting the attorney. She's
I think we should move to the first testimony. Isaac, you would please approach.
Alright, so what standard you say?
Yes.
You can sit, or
Well,
what?
you have to do the Bible thing.
Yeah.
Stand it.
Oh, great. If you
Shoot.
So while you're preparing this, I would like to say, Isaac, your testimony will be regarding the incident as a whole, and we would like to keep it as objective as possible.
Alright.
Yeah, save your opinions for the cross-examination.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do so solemnly swear. Oh, this is fun. Anyway, so it happened like this, all right. So I wanted to have a ride to Manny's. Emmy offered me a ride,
I was gonna when she came, I was gonna sit in the back seat. I saw the Kiwi there, but I didn't say anything because I thought that she just put it there for I don't know. I thought.
So you thought she put it there? Okay.
Yeah, I
Hey, objection!
Objection. Can we strike that from the record?
What?
Yeah.
It's in his
The
testimony.
jury will
It's in his
disregard the
testimony.
last.
I thought she could just put it there for no reason or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so-
like I had no knowledge where the Kiwi came from.
Okay.
So then she told me, "Hey, you want to sit up front?" And I said, "All right, I'll sit up front." Then we came to Max's house, and then Max just got into the car, and then he stepped on the Kiwi, and then it all spiraled down from there. That's my testimony.
Thank you.
Am I supposed to say something?
Would you please tell me the state of Max as he approached the vehicle?
I wouldn't know what state he was in.
Well, let me put it in another way. Would you say he was in a particularly violent mood that day? Did he appear aggressive?
He didn't appear aggressive, no.
Okay,
He was just very calm.
very calm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, could you also describe to me the interior of the car?
Well, there's not much to say. I think it was a bit messy. I don't remember specifically. It's all like really fuzzy.
Well, particularly at the floor.
I think the floor is a bit messy.
Okay. Now, would you say there's any open space on the floor?
I think there was a couple of open spaces.
But not much?
No, not much, yeah.
Okay. I think I'll back down for now. Joe, after you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We left off with you beginning your questioning of Mr. Mulkey.
Yeah.
So if you would like to resume there.
I would love to. Thank you.
I just wait. Isn't Max pregnant?
still in the cross.
All right, why are we still
What?
talking-
I thought Max was
Order
pregnant.
in the court.
Nick, are we still
Please.
cross-examining?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Joe's turn to ask some questions.
Dan, you are recording this, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Including
Chase, give us some
Steven's
good
wonderful-
cross-examination music.
I am. I gotta wait for 2 ads to play.
I know. Turn it down a little bit.
Oh, fuck your dad.
God dang you.
Hold him in contempt. You have that power. Guilty.
So, Isaac.
Yes.
There we go.
So you said that you saw the Kiwi prior to the incident.
Yeah.
Was the Kiwi? Where was the Kiwi relative to the underwear when you first saw it?
Well, I didn't see the underwear at all. I at least to me, I didn't see the underwear.
So would you say that the Kiwi and the underwear were not close?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what color her like floor is, so I think it was just blended in there, so I wouldn't know specifically.
I see. But in the car, while the car was driving, was the Kiwi, did it move at all, or?
Oh, I didn't see that at all. I was just talking with Emmy.
Oh, so
For
you
reference,
weren't-
did the incident happen as soon as Max got in the car?
I think so. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So why? My question is, when you saw the Kiwi, obviously it must have been a little bit out of the ordinary if you noticed it. Why did you not say anything about it? Was
I
it-
thought I don't know. I thought she was like normally messy or something. Like her car would be normally messy.
Okay. So
I didn't question it.
like a normally messy car. Okay, thank you.
Getting roasted out.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
I'm sorry, that was a lewd hand gesture I presented in the court. Please strike that from the okay. The jury just
We'll you admit it, so.
Jerry's not paying
Not
attention.
paying attention, but we'll
So
ignore
Not
that.
what? My question is.
No, they are guilty of having a messy car.
Was if you can remember, I understand if you can't, but was the Kiwi in the same spot when Max stepped on it than when it was like when he first got in the car?
I don't think no. So like, here's how the rundown is. So this is the side of her car. This is the other side. So I was going on this side. The Kiwi was like behind Emmy's driver's seat. And then when Max came into the car, he came into this side. So the Kiwi was there. So I think it just moved around when
So
she
the
was.
Kiwi moved
Yeah.
in the car
Yeah.
while she was driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
May I ask a question? Hold on, I have to like, consult with my lawyer real quick.
May I ask a question as the jury?
Uh,
At what time did the Kiwi move? Before or after Emmy got into the car?
Emmy.
Emmy was driving the
I
car.
didn't see the kiwi at all. I didn't even know it was there.
She was in the car. It was
She
moving,
was in the car while the kiwi was in.
It was moving around while she was driving.
Okay. Why was there a loose kiwi in your car?
I'll get to that with my testimony. There's a reason for that.
Yes, and I can attest. Anybody who's been to Six Flags can attest.
Oh god.
Yeah. Sean, haven't you been to Six Flags?
Yeah, I've never had a fucking loose kiwi in my car.
Okay, we'll get to that. Joe, continue.
Yeah, wait,
with
what
the
does
question.
Six Flags have to do with the loose kiwi?
Yeah,
Because they, when,
No, don't. I will do my
Entertain. We
testimony.
have to answer the questions for the jury.
I would love to answer these questions. It's not. So when you leave Six Flags, right? Sometimes on hot days they have like these people giving out free stuff, right? Like little snacks and stuff like to advertise products.
And they were giving out kiwi for some reason.
Yes,
Dan was there with me when the kiwi was received.
I personally received a kiwi in the past. I know that they do give out these kiwis from time to time.
Alright.
Do you have photo evidence of you having this kiwi?
No.
Okay.
Alright, take
Interesting.
it with a grain of salt.
Interesting.
Snacks, not
Do we have photo evidence of them giving out a kiwi?
I'm
sure we could probably
Yeah, we could.
find
Do you want me to find some?
Yes.
I'm sure you can find that on the
social
social
It's not because I'm accusing you of anything, but because I'm curious.
I'm a teacher.
And I want to make sure that I maintain a fair courtroom in here as a jury.
I don't want to be fair. I want
Normally
to
the
be
jury doesn't speak.
Normally I don't ask.
Well, while Joe's looking at that, Isaac, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh sure.
Did the car
Please stand
Dan.
across.
Oh yes.
No, just I'll sit there.
When Max got in the car, did the car
Find
move?
photo evidence of his kiwi.
I don't think so, no.
You're saying the car didn't move at all when Max climbed into the seat?
I mean, I don't remember.
Okay. You don't remember? Okay.
No.
That was it?
What?
This is such good cross music. It's so suspenseful.
Yeah, it's from a game about doing exactly that.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
oh, sorry, let me stand. So,
Joe
Miss-
immediately loses because he's never played Ace Attorney.
Mr. Magic,
Yeah.
Mr.
so
Magic.
you're saying that you were present when, Emmy first came into possession of the kiwi?
Yes, sir.
So you can testify that she came into possession of the kiwi?
I can testify that she became in possession of the kiwi at the exit of Six Flags.
Okay.
Okay, I think that should serve this.
I think that's serviceable,
Yes.
seeing as he's kind of the judge.
I call the judge
is not
to
supposed to
testify.
There's no testifying the judge.
I had to ask.
Okay, whatever.
That's
Curious.
The judge isn't supposed to like know the fucking defendant personally.
No.
Yeah, isn't that like
Special circumstances. Special
Yeah.
circumstances.
Okay, alright.
Both sides agreed to this.
Yes, we both agree.
I have seen a judge
I'm
know
not
something
biased.
personally that they were
Wait.
the judge
Max, I
of
think it's
the
time
case.
to-
So I can say that that's not.
With the court's
100%.
permission, I would like to take some preparation time to prepare my next argument.
Permission granted.
In the meantime, Joe's gonna continue to cross. Ask the question I asked about the movement.
Wait, we can't cross examine when they're not
they're
there.
not here.
No, you may continue.
We may continue.
Okay.
Okay, so wait.
Jury, where are you
Whoa,
going?
Go back. Jury, over here.
Hello?
Sean, whatever the hell your middle name is, Singleton. Get over
Wait,
here.
wasn't it Sean?
No, it wasn't.
Hold on.
Mr. Mendez, please sit down.
Mr. Mendez.
Not in there.
He's
That's
not in there. Okay.
Respect that joke.
May jury member number 2 use the bathroom?
Yeah, permission granted.
I will leave.
That's
Jury member number 2. Hold on.
I don't.
Question for jury member number 2. Is he going to the bathroom? Very important.
Is
Chase,
Chase
fuck you.
shit on the chair? Someone smell the chair. See that?
What is happening?
It could be me.
That was you just stole a.
Wait, are you who asked?
You just stole a chair from the court.
Okay, just making sure everyone.
So what from the court?
A chair from the court.
Stewing.
That is an offense.
Fine.
Shut up, sex offender.
Jesus.
What the hell?
That was mine.
Now this is the new show. I can't wait to.
I'm just telling the joke. I'm just telling the truth, okay?
RSO, baby.
I don't know what
That's
that
so
means.
sad.
I would like to take a different approach when Chase returns from the.
Yeah, there's a jury member missing, so shut the fuck up.
There's a jury member in there taking number 2. Jury member number 2.
Can you
is
testify
doing
that it was number 2?
I did it.
Can you testify under oath?
Steven it
What do you
smells
think
weird.
Jury member number 2, was it number 2 or number 1?
3.
Oh, are you prepared to say that?
That's even worse.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I would
We
like
have
to.
physical.
Are you
I
prepared to
can't really
test
touch it. So
Oh, so it's Andrew.
Just hover your hand
Yeah, I got
over
it.
it.
Wait, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You swear to tell
So
the
wait,
truth?
it's Sean
Yes, I
Andrews.
swear to
Raise your
God.
right hand,
in the
Chase.
court.
Fuck you.
Order
Raise
in
your
the
right
court.
hand, damn it.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Anyway, he didn't even touch it.
Okay.
My
No,
hands are wet.
we don't want a wet Bible. It's weird.
That's
Nothing
why
you say-
they're wet. You just washed them. Unless
No,
they're
like, no, clean them up with paper towel.
If he hasn't touched the
No.
Bible, then nothing he says is admissible.
All right, fine. You want me to do it?
No, wait, use
got-
paper towels first. Paper towels are there.
I didn't see any.
It's right there.
Not in the
Okay, if there are
bathroom.
enough shenanigans occurring, I would like to proceed with my demonstration.
No, jury member.
You gotta wait for Chase
He's
to.
right there. He can hear.
Chase has to testify, has to swear that he took a number 3.
I took a fucking number 3.
Okay. Wow.
Just through the Bible.
Fuck you, Dan.
We might need to
Fuck you.
convert.
Order in the court.
The witness is currently hysterical. Can we please speak a reason?
No, okay, I'm good.
How can we trust the witness then if he is like
No, he-
mentally unstable?
No, he just developed this hysteria. Go over
Jury
this if
member
he's-
number 1 has to go make sure that the lighter is not in the cloth pile.
No,
I'm gonna
Oh,
go double check
God.
that it is not in there.
I have a demonstration I would like to present to the court.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
No.
We need every jury on site, please.
Okay, all jury members
He's
are.
literally across the fucking room.
Permission granted.
Okay. I would like everyone to follow me to the demonstration area.
What
All
the
right.
heck? What is
He's
happening?
leading us to kill us.
And he stepped on it. He stepped on it. What I mean to show with this demonstration is that the state of the car put Max in a position where he had no choice because the clutter surrounding his feet and the
But you're claiming that he was set up.
Yeah, that's the
Wait.
point.
Instead of just claiming
Wait
that
a
the
minute,
kiwi was
there's
just a part of the
claims
clutter.
I am just showing that Max stepped on the kiwi right now. I am not here showing that he was set up because, in reality, there are two ways we can go about this. We can either say that Emmy put that kiwi there deliberately, which wouldn't be possible given that she was driving in the car beforehand.
Yeah.
What I'm going to move to say is that that kiwi was there by pure happenstance, and Max was a
So you're
victim in himself. It was
redacting the
accidental.
claim that he was set up.
So you're
He's
saying that he
now
was not
claiming
set
that
up.
it was,
He was
an
not set up.
accident.
Yes.
Instead
We are
of,
moving to
Oh,
say
that's
it was
great. That's what I'm claiming too. It was an accident.
Yes, but it was not at Max's fault.
It was. Then who stepped on the key?
Yeah, sure, he stepped on the kiwi, but whose fault the
And
kiwi
who
was?
caused the damage?
Judge Magic, if with your permission, I would like to call Emmy Oliver to the stand.
Permission granted.
So, Miss
No.
Oliver, how do you, what's your recollection of the events unfolding?
Well, I would just like to give some background first. That I am a Poshmark ambassador. Now, for
This
those
is irrelevant?
of you, no, this is
Order in the
Okay,
court.
this has to do with the damages.
it does.
I fail to see the relevance, but I will wait.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I have sold over 450 items on my Poshmark and made a total of $3,000.
Are you just trying to flex?
As
I fail to see how the monetary value from
This has to do with the damages as the item in question was being sold on Poshmark.
Yes, however, if she has 3,000, then why is the one item
well,
such a large
I'm gonna get to that
It's
if
the
you're
whole
gonna
issue
let
of
me.
the case. Of the case.
You know, you guys didn't interrupt when Isaac was testifying. I think this is a
Let's
little
give every
sexist.
witness
Isaac
equal.
was relevant.
Isaac didn't say
Let's give
anything like,
every
I made this
witness
as my-
equal.
Isaac did not
Equal.
start out by saying I'm rich.
That's not what's
In
happening.
what world is $3,000 rich?
My world.
This
I would like to
guys,
feel-
this pertains to the case as the item damaged in question was going to be sold on Poshmark. Therefore, the information about a Poshmark is relevant to the case.
Okay.
Okay,
May
but
I
total
continue,
damage
Mr.
sold.
Honich?
Yes.
May I continue?
Alright,
There's a point. There's a point to
Thank
be
you.
made here.
So anyway, as you all know, and as many of you are, we're going to college next year. Joe, what is the average cost of aid for college every single year?
Of aid, like financial.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
What
this
is
is
the
Congress
cost of
class all over
college
again.
every single, like, for an average institution? What are your
I like
estimates
questions to be
between every single?
I don't know, but true.
Objection.
I don't know,
What are you
around like
objecting
$20,000 to $40,000 a
Objection,
year.
he's on board though.
I'm sorry.
20 to $40,000 a year.
$20,000 to $40,000 a year.
If we're not factoring financial aid and such.
No, actually, yes, Steven.
That is a very big gap.
That is the average. I did research before this, and I
Then
can
why
show it
didn't
to
you
you. The average. Well, I wanted to see if my counselor knew.
Order.
Order in the court.
We must treat every witness with equal respect.
Objection.
Order in the court.
Same respect.
No,
I
this
treated
witness is a woman.
the-
Her opinion doesn't matter.
Chase,
Court of Alabama.
that was really fucking low.
Silence.
What was that?
I
Silence.
said the
I'm
witness
the
is a
liberal
woman, her
here.
opinion
I
doesn't
make
matter.
the sexism jokes.
Wait, if you cannot take the witness seriously, then you can't stand on the jury.
Okay, I never asked to be
I'll
here.
Okay.
All right.
Chase is off the jury.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
lost the jury.
No,
We now have jury member number 1 and jury member number 3.
You want to make it just number 3?
Sure.
That's one for you.
Great, the verdict solely depends on
We
the
have lost about 2 jury members in 20 seconds.
God.
Steven.
Oh my
Steven, leave the jury.
I must say, Mr. Hunter,
This is a first in my 40 years of practice.
40 years.
Joe, how old are you?
Dead by 30. I'm not legally guilty.
He looks like he has been practicing. Okay, can I continue with my testimony now that we have an unbiased jury?
One.
One unbiased jury.
I don't know.
Order in the
cost.
court.
The average cost of college is between $50,000 and $100,000 every single semester. Now, I must find.
I'm sorry, I can't keep this in. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You know what?
Yes.
Can we have a motion to remove? Wait,
You can't because
motion to remove Mr. Padilla's phone from his possession or remove Mr. Padilla from the
you
courtroom itself.
have exposure to the event.
No one. I really find that this
Motion.
is an unfair trial.
Motion to remove either Padilla or his electronic device causing interference in the trial.
No.
Permission granted.
Okay. So what is it? Your phone or you?
What are you gonna do? Make me?
Yeah. Sure.
We have the court's permission.
We do have the court's permission. Therefore, everyone here is on my side.
All right. Joe, do you need a weapon?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Oh,
Jesus Trial by fire.
Chase, you must wait in the hall of darkness.
The prosecution attorney is acting aggressive now.
Yeah, I feel threatened.
I would like a movement to remove that man from the courtroom. He's threatening.
I feel threatened. He is threatening my right as an American citizen.
Yeah, but you just got kicked out of the court. You don't have
Even the other person is defending me here.
Not exactly supposed to be here.
You are supposed. You have to leave or give. You were
Fine,
getting.
fine, fine, I'll leave.
Sebastian, you can't.
Yeah, your thoughts?
I'm on the fence.
No, wait, Sebastian wasn't part of the, like, he wasn't.
Yeah, but
he,
No, actually-
he has been exposed to all the
Well,
As have I.
Oh my gosh, who's the new person?
I'm the jury member.
Oh, come on here.
Who's
Hey,
Chase?
Can we just do this with a little bit of dignity, please? Just a little bit. You still have a little bit of dignity. You can leave with a little bit of dignity.
This is not Chase.
May I borrow your camera? I
I came here for the jury.
We're not accepting jury members at this time.
I support this motion.
I came for the jury.
Wait in the hall of darkness
This is a
and think about
bipartisan
your
effort.
crime.
Why am I the only jury member? Yeah!
Max, you're not guilty. Yeah.
Order in the court.
Shut the fuck up, Sean. You're biased ass.
I'll save you.
Order in the
Sebastian, come back.
Yeah, no, you're attacking the jury.
I think this is legal ground.
Both sides are
continuing.
Both sides are. I think this is legal ground.
This is very legal.
We have to get out of here.
Chase Padilla, this is.
He's part of the jury.
I would like to
Sebastian, where
continue.
did you go?
Chase, I'm not Chase.
Mr. Judge, I would like to
The
continue.
only person assigned to the jury right now is Mr. Stephen Bach. Are you Mr. Stephen Bach?
Yes.
I'm
You are
Mr.
Mr.
Steven
Steven
Brown.
Brown.
I'm
I'm
Mr.
Mr.
Steven
Steven
Brown.
Do you have some sort of identification?
I think we have another case on our hands of identity
Can I just
theft.
fucking testify?
It's uncanny. Stephen Brock is the only jury member.
Yes. You guys can sit there. You just can't interfere, and you're not part of the
Max,
jury.
you're not guilty.
Hold on, wait. How about this? I have a solution. Steven, you sit here, I'll sit there. We're both the devil on your shoulder.
Alright.
How are you, Jay?
May I testify, please, Mr.
No.
Okay.
Objection. Okay.
How about this? Is the jury ready to come to a decision?
Yes.
No, I haven't testified.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
no, you're
see?
right.
How much testimony?
Can we motion? Can I motion to remove those two? Wait, do I have permission to use violent force?
We're the devils on his shoulders.
Guys!
Denied.
Not even I'm as in no, we're just both devils.
We're both the devils on his shoulders.
Alright, fine.
Wait,
As long as I get to testify, goddammit.
Wait a second. You
Who's
said
the
you guys are
angel?
both the devils on the show?
Yeah,
Devils are characteristically incorrect, and you both support Max. So therefore, you
You're
are
not-
saying
you're
Max
not
is
gonna
incorrect.
show
Order in the court.
Yeah, it is clear. You said on multiple occasions.
That is a
I was just trolling.
That is a stretch I moved.
Let's.
Alright,
wait,
let's continue.
Nick. Let's
Continue the
witness,
case,
because this is kind of an
Emmy,
issue.
you're never gonna testify. What do I have to do?
Come with us.
No.
Stephen Brock, just you.
Why? Why Steven?
No, we're both part of Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both his
We're
devils.
both my.
We are literally
my
both subconscious. Yours.
Recess, I guess.
This is gold. This is gold. Please tell me you have everything down.
They're blocking you.
This is all recording.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gold.
Now that no one's here to see this, Max, you're fucked.
I will say one thing. It would be funny if they sit here and argue at each other.
Okay, they're not gonna argue at each other.
We're gonna bicker like a married couple.
With the court's permission, we would like to make sure that anything these two say is no longer valid in the court.
Yeah.
we're
Whatever
not
they
real.
say
We
is
can't
not
say
valid.
anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're not real. You can't hear it.
Stephen Bach, you must not.
Just
listen to
pretend
that
we're not
at
here. Pretend we're not
I
here.
agree.
You pretend you're not here.
Max.
How about you
Max.
pretend you're not here?
Yeah.
I will-
Give me a
I will-
second. How about you pretend you're not here?
I will touch the Bible
pretended
and
I was
say
in
whenever.
Egypt,
Alright,
Miami, sure.
alright. Let's continue the game.
Okay.
No, yeah,
I'm dying of laughter. I
you're
swear to be
good.
unbiased.
Okay,
I
good.
guess.
We're
Okay.
good.
Wait, the chair's over there.
I would
So-
like to continue
we're not
this.
real.
Have Oliver continue that testimony uninterrupted from now on, please.
Alright.
I would like to move by saying anyone who interrupts from this point forward will be held in contempt.
I agree.
Okay.
What is
So,
okay,
there's no bail.
Someone
Everyone
who's getting
please be
drunk.
quiet. So, I have a Poshmark account and I've made $3,000 and the average cost of college before financial aid is $50,000 to $100,000. My tuition will be it's going to be around $200,000. And if I only have enough money to pay for enough to the point where I would be $80,000 in debt. So I am trying to work really hard and sell my inventory. Now, I had received a pair of underwear that was damaged in the incident for Christmas. It was brand new with tags, and I already had the pair of underwear. So I was going to sell it on Poshmark with another bralette piece that I also got brand new as a set. I priced it for $14 on Poshmark minus fees. If I would have sold it at full price, I would have received $8, hence the amount we were suing Mr. Messiah for. And when I was in the car, I decided to invite most of you here to Manny's. I picked up Isaac at first. Isaac was about to get in the back seat, then he got into the front seat. We talked about Disney movies for a little bit. Then I went to go pick up Max. And I'd like to note that I did have a lot of stuff in my car, and my car is usually messy. But in no way did I realize that there was a Kiwi from Six Flags in the car. You see, Mr. Magic, my friend Alice Groves, and my boyfriend Richie were there with me that day. And Richie has a habit of throwing things in the back of my car. So he probably threw a Kiwi in there, and we didn't realize it until Max came in. He pushed my stuff aside. Yes, Mr. Brock.
Well, I'm supposed to say
One of
that.
the
Yes,
lawyers
Mr.
told me
Brock.
not to ask, so I won't.
Okay.
I'm not your lawyer.
Well, not my lawyer, but one of the lawyers.
I was going to say that since she gave you permission, but.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
What's your question?
I believe that the original take was that the Kiwi was already in the car and it just happened to go back there.
Yeah, it was.
Not that Richie threw it back there.
Well, I think that's how it got.
That was how it got there at Six Flags. So we're at Six Flags right now. We're talking about how the Kiwi got into the car.
So theoretically,
Okay.
couldn't we blame this Richie character?
Yeah, a lot of things are
Get him on the phone. He's I
No,
guess.
he's just woke up. We don't want to bother him. He works very
Okay.
hard. Anyway,
Mr. Dry, when
Okay.
a bale of hay gets set on fire, do you blame the hay or do you blame the match?
You blame him on fire.
You blame the match.
which set the fire.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's continue.
So Max moved my stuff aside very aggressively, might I ask. And if I could speak to the jury, or how about let's not address directly the jury. All of you being friends with Max, would you agree that Max is a blunt person in the time that you have been friends with him?
What person?
Blunt. Like he's very like.
Well, no, that would be
I don't
labeling.
think it's the witness's position to ask questions of the entire court.
Okay, whatever.
I will say that, Max, you do sometimes have a habit of moving objects quite forcefully. However, he did not do that on the Kiwi, merely the bag on the seat, as he demonstrated in
But
the
here's the other
demonstration.
thing. That bag of stuff was filled with more inventory. Imagine if
Yes, but not fragile.
Would you like to
bag.
come up and
it
do
was
an actual
fragile.
question?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you're saying that this bag that you just left there is fragile. May I ask why you would leave such a fragile object in a car? Especially when you know you are picking up people, and one who you claim is quite blunt, as you have
Well,
quoted earlier.
fragile is not the correct word, I suppose.
Okay.
It's more of there was more new items in that clothes. I had a new whip tag sweater from my dead grandfather in
Okay.
there. Anywho,
Nothing here.
and Max so forcibly moved it over to the point where the bag toppled over and spilled more clothes onto the side of the seat. And it was at that moment that Max stepped on something and he went like, what is this? And I turned back and I saw that he had stepped on a Kiwi. And right before I had said, Max, make sure you didn't get anything on my inventory. I even said to him before he got in the car, like, hey Max, you can just move that aside. To which then he proceeded to push it quite forcefully. Which I was a little upset by because I was like, if I am so kind enough to pick you up and take you to Manny's, where you will be getting discounted food, might I add, and then, you know, let's not get into how we forgot to do that. No, my boss told me. That he would forcibly remove my items that were so dear to securing my college fund. Now, I'm not saying that Max, like I said, stepped purposely on the Kiwi. It is my belief that Max not at all purposely stepped on the Kiwi. But the notion that I set the Kiwi there for Max to step on it is just preposterous.
Which is why we are arguing that Max could not have been set up due to the impossibility of placing the Kiwi there and
Excuse
maintaining
me, I would like to interject. Half the courtroom left.
I don't matter. The only person that matters right now is
It's
Steven.
true.
The only one who matters right now is me.
So, now,
First
And I
time
also
anyone's
want to
ever said
address,
that.
Mr. Dwyer, before you question me, about your demonstration was very informative. However, I would have to disagree as not only Dan Magic, Isaac, Richie, so many other people have been in my car and have not damaged my items. I think it was Max's clumsiness, as Mr. Honish stated in his emotional opening statement with 8 out of 10 acting, that it was due to Max's clumsiness and aloofness that he stepped on the Kiwi on accident, causing damages to my inventory that would have helped secure my college fund. And that is why we were suing for a mere low profit of $8. And a trip to Suburban, because I know Max doesn't like it.
on the notion that it was Max's clumsiness, that simply cannot be possible. The reason why the other people that entered the vehicle did not step on the Kiwi is because the Kiwi was not there to step on.
What about Mr. Maltby?
Mr. Maltby did not get into that car.
You did get into
that.
I did get into the car, but only in the front seat.
Yes, only in the front seat. So, the Kiwi happened to be in the prime position only when Max entered the car.
Can we regain the attention of Mr. Block? Maybe retain the attention of Mr. Block. What I'm saying right now is that Max basically should have looked on the floor. He just said that Max was too busy shoving the bag out of the way. I'm saying that that is not an ample excuse. He could have easily shoved the bag out of the way and looked at the floor. You can't make an objection.
Yes, you can. Yes, I can. If I was looking at the damage stuff, I would have put the bag on the floor and then crushed the Kiwi alongside the underwear.
He said,
if I was looking at the
I think
damage.
that's irrelevant. I think
Max,
that's irrelevant.
We're not saying you purposely damaged stuff, Max. I know you didn't. But it was the fact that you didn't look. Personally, I've been into messy cars before, and maybe just because I try to be clean and aware of people's cars, but when I got into the vehicles, I often, like if there was a McDonald's box, I may like move it aside, and I understand Max is pushing the stuff on the seat, but again, he was being quite forceful. And I believe if Max would have just slowed down to carefully move the bag and then glance at the floor like any normal person would, he would not have stepped on the Kiwi.
Well, I understand. Not everyone operates under the same logic, and therefore that is not relevant to the trial.
But it is his that lack of logic that he had caused this, which is what we are arguing.
Yes, but we're saying that he is not liable to the damage, as it was pure circumstance.
It's
he would have entered if the Kiwi was not there. He would have entered the car the same way. Yes.
Stephen would like to ask a question.
I think they were just about to answer it, but is the point that I think the point you should be trying to say is that who was at fault for the Kiwi? Because if Emmy left it there, and it's technically her car, with the thing that is going to cause damage, she should have maybe cleaned the car.
I didn't know the Kiwi was there.
Or
If you didn't know, how could Max?
should Max have paid attention before he stepped into the car and not?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
that's basically what the argument is.
Okay.
I'm
Is
saying.
that well? What's your point?
My argument is that Max was too busy focusing on the stuff that was cluttering the seat itself.
Okay, so you
making
are
it that he
essentially
was not
saying
focused.
it's more of her fault than it is his fault because she left the thing in such a mess.
Not necessarily pointing fault, but the fact that the car was messy is what led to you individually stomping on the Kiwi.
On purpose.
Max accidentally stomping.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which points to.
I am just trying to say that it is completely reasonable to expect somebody to look at the ground of a dirty car before they step into it. Max made no attempt to do so, and therefore this was an extremely avoidable event.
Isaac,
What if Max was blind?
did you look at the floor of the car when you got in?
No.
Well, he must have.
Well, like in
Yeah,
the
you
back
did.
seat, I looked at the car, but like in the front seat, if you're wait, are you talking
Isaac,
about
was
in
the
the
front seat dirty?
Well, I didn't check. I just got into
Did
the
you
car.
look at before or
When you get
after
in
you
the
entered the car?
So like, okay, so here's how it went down. Okay, on the back seat, I looked at the floor. There was a Kiwi there. I didn't care. Like I thought she was normally messy.
Isaac, if you were to get in the car, would you have avoided stepping on the Kiwi?
Well, yeah.
Because you looked and you saw
I
the
looked
Kiwi.
down first and I saw the
May I
Kiwi.
just say that Isaac was in the exact same position as Max was.
But the thing is,
Isaac
like, yeah.
chose to look at the Kiwi and Max did not. Max was facing up this way and Isaac actually looked. Max's clumsiness caused damage to my inventory.
What?
Will you be taking the stairs as well? I'm sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
actually, Max, would you like to take the
Would you like
stand?
to take the
Do you
stand,
have any more
Max?
questions for me, Joe or Nick?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
So I've kind of gotten the idea.
So I got up around 10 o'clock, 10:30. I went to bed at like 2:30 in the morning, so I only had like 7 hours. Well, I went to bed at 2:30, fell asleep around 3, so I only had like 7 hours.
Before
of sleep.
Joe asks this question, because it is a very important question, may I ask why you chose to go to sleep at such a late time?
Because that's just my sleep schedule.
And so you maintain that you sleep like this all the time?
Yeah.
Seven,
I can
I
show
can
you
attest.
proof.
Well, wait, no.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sleeping late all the time.
7 hours gives a person ample amount of
Yeah, that's a
REM
normal
sleep.
amount of
I-
sleep.
Everyone is built differently.
to wake up.
I'm not
well.
Some people operate on less sleep.
I'm
Some
just
people
saying-
operate
Yeah,
on
some
less
people
Max
are
is simply
clumsy.
built different.
That
Yeah.
I'm just saying that Max would
Look,
not have been
here's
so
a- here's a
delusional that he
text
could not have looked.
Of me sending in the group chat 2:36 in the morning.
That is okay. You claim that you got 7 hours of sleep, which is enough REM sleep to function. You know.
How's-
Function,
How's
but not
this-
necessarily be fully alert or aware.
Well, how much sleep would you normally need to be fully awake?
About 8.5 hours.
May I? Here, Joe.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Order in the court.
Order.
Order in the court.
Order. I just have a quick question. So, did you know before you went to sleep that you were going to Manny's the next day?
Well, yeah, but I can't just fully adjust my sleep schedule just like a day, just for one day, you know?
No, I was just asking.
I wasn't
So you
gonna
knew-
do that.
So you knew you were supposed to be up at 10:30.
I mean, I'm not gonna fall asleep just because I went to bed earlier.
And
I'm
you-
gonna fall asleep whenever I fall asleep.
And but what you're saying is that it would have been impossible for you to go to bed an hour earlier to get your
Yeah.
time 8 hours. It would have been impossible.
I mean, yeah.
You're saying.
I'm agreeing with Max on that.
Yeah, it is very hard to really.
Like, try going to sleep like the day before like school starts.
No,
Yeah.
well, that's a lot of time. That's
Yeah.
different. That's the difference between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. I'm talking about the difference between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m.
I'm still on that. I think that's it.
You're not part of
I
the
know. I'm
fucking
just
jury.
saying.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
It's alright, Emmy. Calm down.
No.
I would appreciate the outbursts.
Look,
to
throughout my
me.
entire life, I've stepped in cars with clean floors. That's all. So I've never had the expectation of looking
Max is
down
pretty
at
high
the
class
floor.
situation.
Okay.
Yes,
My dad keeps a clean car. My brother doesn't even touch his car, so there's nothing down there ever. I've been in Nick's car. There's nothing on his floor normally most of the time, right?
Yeah.
So and Sebastian, I mean, I don't know where Sebastian. Where is Sebastian?
He's called Julia.
Oh,
Jane as well.
but I've never had the expectation of looking down to make sure I don't step on a fruit that could cause massive damage, because who would think that in advance that there would be someone so careless just to leave a kiwi next to some prized possessions?
But why would you move my stuff so forcefully?
Because I need room to sit down. What am I going to do? Sit on the bag?
So why don't you move it with a little less force, especially
I don't think the
I'm
bag is
really loud.
necessarily in question for how I moved it.
Just trying to
I
explain
think more of what's in
that Max
question.
is clumsy and was forceful and did not take the ample steps to be aware.
Yes, well, as he had just explained, he does not have the expectation of being in a dirty car like that.
Yes.
And also, you have to wonder, would anybody here, getting into a car, expect there to be a kiwi on the floor?
No.
Okay, a kiwi. When is the last time you have purchased a kiwi?
It was established.
And I did not know
Yeah,
it was
this
a
is a
kiwi.
relevant
Max.
objection.
Well,
It looked like
Max, so you knew before you stepped into the car that the car was dirty. You must have, because you.
Well, all I saw was the bag on the seat. I didn't look down on the floor at all.
But
Yeah, you
should've-
didn't think that because there was stuff on the bag, you didn't happen to look across and
As
see
he
there
had
were
said
papers on the
earlier,
floor.
he doesn't have the expectation of getting into a dirty
But the
car.
car was
The most he is expecting of immediately when getting in the car is, does he have enough room to sit, which he took care of. While it may have been forcefully, that does not have to do with the kiwi on the floor.
But that has.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that makes sense. It's unrelated to the kiwi.
Yeah.
Like when you really think about it, like he's just pushing the bag.
Plus, I did not know it was a
He-
kiwi.
he-
My exact words was, "Is that like a zucchini or something?" Those were my exact words.
Isaac, can you confirm that statement was made?
Yeah.
I can
Okay,
confirm that.
Ma-
You did say that.
Max's lack of prior knowledge and lack of life experience is not the fault of Miss Oliver.
Yeah, well, it's not the fault of Max either.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
And
Oh,
you
so
guys
you're
assume
saying
that-
that you're saying that everyone here should run out and immediately go into a dirty car just so they get the experience of getting in a dirty car.
I am saying that if somebody does something illegal and they don't know it's illegal, it's
Okay, well,
still
stepping on a
illegal.
kiwi isn't illegal.
No, it's
In this case,
damaging
it's
property.
damaged
It's
property.
damaging property. She damaged property. If you don't know glass breaks easily because you don't have that type of experience,
Are you gonna
and you
step
put
on
some,
glass?
you accidentally knock something over, you still have to pay the store for that thing, even if you didn't think it was gonna break. Your lack of life experience does not make the debt of Miss Oliver any less, burdensome.
I can't say that that's 100% accurate to every story. I know that as a member of ACME, I have seen people push things of salsa on the floor, and they didn't have to pay for shit.
What that might have been me.
Separate trial, separate trial.
I don't know how to say it was, so I can't 100%.
But you're talking about a store, but a store isn't the same thing as necessarily her car per se.
Yes.
Why? It's somebody else's property, somebody else's
sort of.
goods. So,
Well, actually, Max, I don't know why you should be.
Plus, I had no knowledge that she was selling this.
okay, so
I just
Do
saw
you
it,
remember,
nothing of
do
it.
you remember when Max was in my apartment and he damaged my chair? Did at any point I sue him for damages?
that,
No, as a matter of fact, that's the interesting.
Was that chair helping you get to college and paying for college?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think one pair of underwear will make you bankrupt.
Yeah,
If
that's true.
Have you considered this? Would a drop of water into the ocean make any difference in the mass of the ocean? Not at all.
I mean,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
yes, but you see, if we don't call, look,
But you can ask that same question: will a drop from the ocean change the mass of the ocean?
Exactly.
the thing is
If he
that
has money.
a drop into the ocean would change it, but rain would. So if we don't account for every drop, then it would eventually accumulate.
Yes,
So we must
missing,
account for this.
missing one $8 pair of panties is not going to make or break her future, nor is it going to
She said
jeopardize
she has like
her
$3,000.
But it also
Yeah.
wouldn't change Max's teacher to pay that $8.
Yeah, that's what.
So that claim could be
I
just
don't
Max-
have
in
anything.
general.
So Max, what you're saying is that the $8 is basically nothing.
I think this is unnecessary penny pinching from a poor man, and from a man who does not have enough life experience.
Yeah, but $8 is nothing. It doesn't matter, right? That's what you just said. It's nothing.
To her, it's nothing because it's $3,000 in her bank account.
No, but clearly it is something you mean.
We wouldn't be suing if it
Also,
wasn't.
might I add that Max is so penniless and poor that Steven paid for gas money today, even
Yeah, that should be
though
a point for him.
Yeah.
Or
It just means you know she doesn't have cash on her or anything. On
Yes, I do, but I gave you a ride. I gave, like, that was for you, and you, not purposely, but you disrespected my space and my property. And then I said, Steven asked if I could get you. And instead of having Steven ask me for money, Steven just paid up front because he's a good guy. Probably if I would have asked you, Max.
It's not a subject of my character.
Me and my contemporary have agreed that it is time to move to a ruling as all witnesses are taking a stand. So we can do closing statements in this session since I started originally. I think you can. Do you want to go first or last?
Do you have a statement? I have a surprise witness.
Kind of.
And have a 3-minute discussion.
If she wasn't like, she'll be
3-minute discussion.
I honestly, I had an opinion like halfway through, and then Max came up, and then my opinion changed.
I have my own opinion, I think.
I don't know if you're allowed to tell me that.
Well, am I not?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I think I'm allowed to.
I'm unbiased right now.
My opinion is that Max should just pay up the $8 because even by accident, he is still guilty of squashing the Kiwi. And it's still damage of property, even if it's an accident.
See, my opinion is like, it's $8. So maybe it
Yeah,
doesn't-
and it's $8.
It's $8, and I think
But
Emmy
that shouldn't
added,
matter in a court case.
Emmy added another thing there that he would have to take us to, which is kind of expensive.
Yeah, I don't think that is very
I don't
valid
think
at
that's
all.
an actual part of the thing.
Yeah, I think the $8 would be enough.
But I can say that I would like that. I would like that a lot, but I think,
Doesn't the judge make the final decision?
yeah, I think you decide
But
what
you
the
can-
punishment is.
You can make. Isn't it like you make the final decision, but then I can make the
I make
final
the
final
decision
decision?
on the charges that you see, but I don't know if there's charges necessarily. Is there? It's just who's paying $8.
I think you.
Not to believe.
I think you make it, and then if I don't like it, I can overrule it.
I
Right?
think I'm just gonna say Emmy's guilty. Or Emmy is guilty because her car was such a fucking mess. Max couldn't have possibly predicted that he would step into a car that messy because Emmy's character doesn't scream messy.
That's true.
Him going into that car, I don't think he had an expectation that there would be that much shit on the floor. He pushed over the bag a little bit aggressively, I will say. But from what I can tell, Max couldn't see the lime, or whatever the fuck it was, kiwi.
Kiwi.
It was a kiwi. Max could not see it. So when you stepped in the car, it was there. He didn't notice it. So I think
Even
that
if it
makes-
was an accident, it was damage of property. But this is a court
It
system.
was
We
damage
do
to
get the final
property.
decision.
But he didn't.
Sorry, what is happening?
I think we should check out what's happening.
Yeah.
That's the closet.
Oh, are you ready?
Where we used to have a Christmas
What is
tree.
happening?
What's going on?
All right, let's reconvene.
What's going on in there, boys?
There's only one
What is happening?
The one person.
Alright,
Stephen, I'd like you. Is everyone present? Is everyone ready?
Oh.
Yep, we're present. The defendant is Max, correct?
Yes.
I find the defendant not guilty.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! Now, for the record, could you explain to me your reasoning and how you
Why? No.
Max could not have
Order in the court.
possibly known going into
in the court.
that there would be such a danger, not a dangerous.
Order in the court. We're gonna have another offense here.
Object in the back of a car. You would not expect a kiwi to be in the back of a car. You would expect like papers and a bag of nothing. You wouldn't expect something that would perhaps stain clothing or because actually you should not have anything like that in your car in general because it could stain your car. And so that's just something for you to learn for next time.
But I didn't know it was there.
Well, then how can you fault Max for it?
Because he fucking stepped on it.
He
didn't also know
we
it
get
was
up.
there
We are
either.
now. We are no longer enemies. We're on the same side.
Okay, but Max and Emmy are now
Excellent.
enemies.
Excellent. I agree. I agree.
Max,
more money for our part.
we're all good.
Okay.
We're all good. Thank you, Mr. Brock.
Respect.
All right.
Good job, Steven. You made the right choice.
Good job, Steven.
Fuck you.
All right, now what's next? We need to have the prayer meeting.
Are we praying now?
There is no God.
Where's the Nationals jersey? We need to burn it. Where is it? Right there.
Right there.
Burn it. Burn
Wait,
it.
hold
Burn
on.
the Nationals.
What
Don't burn
is
it here. It's a Nationals jersey. Burn it.
Wait, can we go outside for that?
Burn it. Stop touching
I
it
know
now.
we're doing
It's
that
been
at night.
places, not with
I
mine.
don't
Should we do it
care.
outside?
Wait, I
Yeah,
thought we were
Steve,
doing
you wanna
that.
tell me what you did with that thing?
Should we go outside and burn the Nationals jersey?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I know I understand.
We can't burn it.
And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed and plant, trees According to the and it was so.
Dude, you're good with that. What the heck?
Vegetation. Plants bear.
What are you doing?
What is happening? Guys, the Holy Bible.
God, no, everything is exchanged, bro.
You got Cheeto dust on the Bible.
No! No!
No, that was. I think that was always there.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Amen.
Bless us, our Lord, for these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
You missed.
And the Father, Son, Holy
Bro.
Spirit. Amen. That's my prayer. I
You're not
have
bully
this
the
thing.
Holy Spirit.
Can I do a prayer? Can I do a prayer?
Sure.
Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, may you please convince the executives at Disney to not make any more remakes. And may you please one day grant Isaac CEO so that I may gain creative control and have money to give my work mom Rachel a new house so she doesn't live in that.
Okay, Bob, I'm sorry.
Sorry about this.
No! What is happening?
Come on, get up.
Are you okay, Say guys?
Is now in session. So, we're gonna behead Daniel's sides.
Yes?
Yeah, we're gonna behead you.
What?
Behead? Yeah, we're gonna behead you.
Is there a reason?
Yeah. You exist.
Like, yes, you exist. Die.